So what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Today we're here with Miss Ariane Williams. Now, she runs a website called blacknaps.org, and it is a portal if you're looking for companies for your hair, ladies, and also gentlemen as well. And you want to support people in the community. You know how we always stand against, a lot of times you see the Koreans just taking over the black hair care industry, and I feel that industry is for black people, and we should monetize that. It doesn't make sense that other people are owning something that belongs to us. And Ariane definitely can help you with that. Okay, so thank you for joining us on the show.
I'm so happy that you had me on the show. I'm really happy to be here.
I'm glad that you're here because, you could help us out because I've been one to speak against a lot of this Korean ownership of the black hair care industry.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to reach out to you, because I'm a fellow watcher and I saw a couple of your videos where the owners were beating up the women, and it's just crazy that people would continue to go back to them when there's tons of black owned companies that they can support.
Right. It's from the beauty supply stores that we're seeing that. And we also seeing that in the nail shops. And I said this, the other day, and I just said out of frustration, I say, do black women do nails anymore? Because when I was a kid, I remember my mom going to get her hair done, and then they would have sisters inside the beauty shop doing nails. And it's like, I haven't been to those shops in a long time, but from what a lot of sisters tell me, that it's not set up like that no more.
No, I don't really see that a lot in my area. I wish I did. But that's the beauty of the internet. I'm able to connect with people from all over the country, and everybody in my shop is a black-owned business. Right.
So the companies that you work with, they're mostly 100% black-owned, correct?
They're all black-owned. They're all up-and-coming brands, and they're all black woman-owned.
Now, all the companies that you're using, do you guys investigate them thoroughly? Because another thing that's been happening is that what Koreans has been doing is they're front like they're black owned, but when you start doing the research behind the scenes, they own it.
Oh no, that's the thing. Not anybody could just sell on the marketplace, and a couple of the ladies, I actually know them personally. So yes, I do actually look and see who's behind the company.
Yeah, vetting is very thorough, and that's great. So what inspired you to get this started? Because this is something that we greatly need in the black community.
So back in 2010, my website started primarily as a resource website. I was documenting my own natural hair journey, as well as educating women on how to care for their hair, how to style it. And because I had been doing this for so many years, I had become a resource for advertisers to reach out to, because that's where their customers were. So I figured, why not? Because I also have my own product line that I sell in the shop as well. But I thought it would be nice to have us all collaborate, because I was just wondering, like, how would I do this? I have my own product line, but yet I'm advertising for all these other companies. So I came up with the idea to make it into a marketplace.
Okay, so when they come to this particular marketplace, blacknaps.org, they can do all the ordering. They can do everything kind of like an Amazon, correct?
Yes, exactly. So what ends up happening is there's different product lines on the website. You place your order, the vendor is notified, and then they ship out your order, and you're given your tracking information and everything you need to proceed with the purchase.
Okay, so they offer products for men and women, correct?
Yes, it's for your whole family to use. And another thing that I like to do is make sure that they're providing quality ingredients. The vast majority of the products are natural, and it doesn't have things in it like parabens or mineral oil or petroleum. So they're all high quality products. There are a few that might have, mineral oil in it. But what I like to do is have a system where pretty much it's full disclosure. You see all the ingredients on the product pages. And if the product line is organic or if it's vegan, there's going to be a label on it so you know, because some people might have a preference for using something that doesn't have animal products. So for instance, if a product has honey in it, it wouldn't be vegan because that's an animal product. So I make sure that when you go onto the product pages, you know which products are vegan friendly and which are just natural.
Okay, well, shoot, you taught me something new. I didn't know bees were animals. I didn't know I didn't know what category they in. I thought more so they like almost like an insect to me. You know, they're flying around, but I guess that's new to me. Honey is so good. It really is. I'd rather have honey on something than definitely sugar. But the products, you know, themselves, like I say, they go through the vendors ship it out to the customers. So if there's any issue with a product, or they can just reach out to the vendors, or they reach out to you.
Both. I actually have a phone number where I can be reached, and then also I have phone hours for the business. It's 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time from Monday through Friday, but you can text that line at any time. You also can email me at any time. And then also when the purchase is made, they're given direct contact information for the vendor.
All right. Now, let me ask you another question, because this is something that I just have to present, you know, and I'm asking you because you're involved in the industry. How can black women take back what's theirs? Because I believe the black hair care industry, which is predominantly dominated in the consumer issue, and I mean by black women, I believe those billions of dollars belong to black women, period. Okay. And also their husbands and whoever, if they want to go to business together. So how could, you know, we as a community take that industry back? Because from what I've been hearing is that, you know, a lot of the Asians are extremely cutthroat to black folks and cornering the market on something that black people use. So what could we do to change that? Because I'm not one just to keep complaining and say, oh, look what they're doing. I'm all about action. So what actions can we take?
We have to start supporting one another, because the reality of it is it takes dollars to move up. And that's the difference between someone who's a small business owner, like a small product brand, versus the ones that are in the stores. And I think the thing is, some people might have a preference for going in the stores to get the beauty products. But the thing is, they have to start supporting Black-owned businesses, and then that way they can get into the stores, because the stores are going to pretty much supply what they see that there's a demand for.
Right. And you know, it's no excuse today why we can't support Black-owned businesses. You know, at one point in time, you used to say, well, you know, it's not many in my city. Well, that could be true, but you have a website like blacknaps.org and many other websites out there that are Black-owned. You can order it, they'll ship it right to your house. You don't have to waste your gas money or nothing. You don't have to go into Korean shops and be followed talking about hurry up and buy. Or, you know, you don't have to worry about them trying to kick your butt like we've been seeing these, or punch you in the mouth. So why do you feel that since we have the internet, why is it translated into more support now?
You mean why is it that people make the excuse that it's harder for them to support, or?
No. I'm not. It's not about making an excuse. I'm asking the question is, since we have the internet, why and everybody's ordering on Amazon. Amazon is making billions of dollars. We all know this. So you kind of in the same space. You're online. Why is it that that's not translating into more support for Black-owned businesses like such as yourself or many of the vendors who's providing hair care?
I think it's just a matter of more awareness. They have to be more aware of it, because obviously Amazon or another company like Amazon has the dollars to push a lot of advertising. So I think the outreach and just being more aware of outlets like Black Naps.
So, you know, and that's one issue about Black businesses that I have noticed, you know, a lot. It's always been a marketing issue. And so the question I have is, why don't we in Black-owned businesses kind of say, okay, I'm going to take, if anything, $500 to $1,000, something, and say, if I start off with some Facebook ads, or I can start off with, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's kind of easier than dealing with television, because television is extremely expensive. So why you feel more of us aren't going that route? Instagram, because everybody's on Instagram.
Okay, so I can actually answer this very well because in addition to Black Naps, I also provide digital management services for a lot of the people that I connected with. And I have one particular product that I worked with, well, that I am actively working with, and I help her with advertising well and as well. And the thing is, they want to see a return before they start investing a lot of money. So say they put out, you know, $200, $300, and they're not seeing the return that they were expecting, then it makes them a little bit more hesitant to go ahead and put out that $500 or that $1,000.
Okay, so basically what you're saying is a lot of Black folks isn't patient in business.
I don't want to say that. I just know that the clients that I worked with, they pretty much want to get what they, you know, have invested in it. And if they got, you know, they put out, like, they test it out, I guess, and they're, you know, spending this $300 and then it's not like translating, then they're not going to really want to spend another $500 because they didn't really get what they were expecting from, you know, a lesser amount.
Right. And that's not the way it works, though. I mean, the way it works is you got to keep doing it. You got to keep having your name out there, your images out there, get people's, you know, get with the right influencers on social media. That's a big power move, really, if you get a lot of influencers and get them to start speaking for you and promoting, you know, what you got going on. And they're going to have to take at least maybe a year, maybe even a year and a half of like a constant promotion just to get it out there. Because Amazon, like you say, or Walmart, they always in your face on social media, television, radio, XM, whatever. They always have their products or their name out there somewhere.
I understand, though. The thing is, I'm definitely with you, but then at the same time, as someone who can kind of see both sides of it, aside from the marketing, making a product is very expensive, especially if you actually do want to put the quality ingredients into the product. A lot of people are demanding, you know, they don't want parabens in their products anymore because they have been linked to cancer. They don't want mineral oil or petroleum in their products. And the other products that, you know, you put into these formulations that are higher quality, they cost money. Then there's the labeling, the packaging, and the shipping. I have to say that's my biggest expense personally, the shipping expense. And then you put that on top of the actual marketing, it gets pricey. So I'm definitely on the side of what you're saying. To get out there, you really do have to constantly be showing your face so that you're following pretty much the customer around the internet. We're not in the store so people can visibly see us. So what I like to do is once somebody has gotten familiar with me, they sign up to my mailing list on my website, then they're going to see ads from me on Facebook. They're going to see ads from me on Instagram. I'm not in Walmart or Amazon, so I have to follow you around where you go on the internet. So I definitely understand that piece. But the thing is, some of the companies, they're looking at pretty much, again, the return on it. They want to see that, okay, I spent this $300 and then I made double that. And if they feel like that's not what's happening, then that's discouraging to them.
Right. Now, I heard you talking about shipping costs. I'm just curious about something. Wouldn't like most businesses look at and say, okay, it's costing me X amount of dollars for the boxes, X amount of dollars for the let's say, I don't know how whatever you put in the inside of it, right? And then also what it cost me to ship from various carriers. And wouldn't that be like put in kind of like in your budget and say, okay, if it's going to cost $8 total for shipping, then it's going to cost $8. I don't think that the business owner should come out of pocket for shipping.
Of course not. And definitely that's something I feel like I learned along the way, that you want to make sure that that's being provided. But then again, when you're thinking about that alone, when you say the shipping, it goes back to like the Amazon thing. People can go on Amazon Prime and then they can pay $3 for 2-day shipping. Whereas me as the small business owner, I'm going to have to charge you like $7 to $8 about what you said to ship it to you. So I think sometimes people would rather go that choice. But Honestly, what I really think has been the best is having a business line, a phone number, because people get to actually talk and interact with me. Because I think people get this perception that I'm a big corporation when it's actually a very, small owned business. And I had someone that talked to me on the phone. They was like, "Oh, you're Ariane?" I'm like, "Yeah." They were like, "Oh, I thought you had some, big customer service team." I'm like, "Nope, it's me." The thing is, it is nice because those people, when I interact with them, they have a better understanding, like, oh, okay, like, this isn't, some big corporation. And those people actually end up spending the most money with me once they have that understanding. But the average person, they're not really, I don't think they're looking at that, like, when they just go into the purchasing, like, when they're on the internet and then they see, like, oh, my goodness, like, there's this $7 shipping fee. It could be a turnoff to some people, but that's what it costs.
I understand. I don't know. If I want something bad enough, I've paid before on shipping, shoot, 20, 30, even $40 in shipping before shipping just a bulk items that I needed for equipment. So if you want it, you'll get it. That's how I feel about that. And for them to say, "Oh, I thought you was a corporation," that's a testament to you because it's the way your site looked too. Because I saw your site, I said, okay, so I mean, that's a good thing they think that because, some people don't want to, unfortunately, deal with people when they don't think oh, well, it looked like a mom and pop. I don't want to deal with that, so that's a good thing for you at the end of the day. So I wouldn't, that's not a strike against you. But for all in all, like I said, in business, I understand. Small business, you said we have to get to the point of corporations. The corporations get these big deals like the Amazons. I promise you, when Amazon started, they wasn't giving 2-day shipping for free for X amount of days. They got Prime, which, I love Prime. Prime is awesome. But have you guys thought about also doing things with Amazon as well to expand?
Of course. But definitely going back to what you just said, I'm actually a big Amazon fangirl. I know about them. I've been a fan since day one. And yeah, in the beginning, it was very similar to how I'm set up right now. Some of the times, of course, the shipping prices would vary by the vendor, and then you would have to pay. And in some cases now, if you were to order, not everybody on Amazon Prime, not every product is. So for some of the items that you order, you might get the Prime price, and then others you will not, and then you'll have to pay whatever their shipping fee is. And yeah, that's how it goes really until you get to the point where you're able to do the pricing that Amazon offers.
Yeah, I understand, us as black people, like I said, we coming up, okay? And like I said, even they do have some black corporations that have gotten pretty big. So I don't mind paying the shipping because I feel great to spending money with black people. I don't know. I just feel like I'm contributing more to the community. So, like Amazon is whatever. One thing I don't like about, we spend trillions of dollars a year, but the moment when it comes to black folks, we go start want a penny pinch. Like, why I got to pay $7 for shipping? Like, man, just get it. Like, come on, man.
You know what? Some people do, believe it or not, because I run this special on my site where I order the brand collection because, as mentioned before, there's different vendors and then I have my own product line. And for my very own product line, I do a very special offer where I offer just you pay the shipping and handling. You don't pay the actual cost for the product. You just pay the shipping and handling. And it's $6. And I've had people actually reach out to me and ask me, can I send it to them for free?
And you know what would you tell them? No, I'm sorry, I can't do that. And then that's it. Because like I said, if you allow people to do free 99, sister, you will not stay in business long because when Amazon tell them, it's $7, they pay it. They don't call Amazon and say, can you send it for free? No. Oh, no, I tell them, I say, you're not paying the actual product cost. You're just paying for me to, ship and handle it to you, and it's $6. And if they don't want to, pay that, then that, it is what it is, essentially, for that. But it's just amazing to me because $6 is pretty cheap. I mean... It is, and it goes back to the testament how we don't respect each other because, like I said, if Nike told you $8 and you can get some free shoes, you're not going to say a word. You're going to pay the $8 and be happy and skipping and jumping that Nike sent you some free shoes for $8 just on shipping and handling. So, I just hate to hear that. But, like I said, there's many of us that believe like we believe, want to support black businesses, want to help, other people grow. And like you said earlier, a lot of times we just don't know. So I'm glad that we're talking that we know, and that people can be able to go there and look at what you guys have. So, Ariane, tell us how to get to the site and how people can contact you if they need more information. Maybe they got some products they're making right now and would love to be on your site.
Sure. If you go to blacknaps.org and you scroll down to the footer section of the website, there's a link that says submit a brand. And when you go there, you get to fill out the application. So you would be putting in a link to your store, information about what it is that you sell, and your email, and all that information, so I can review it and then reach out to you if you're approved.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, make sure, I want all of you that's watching, go to blacknaps.org. Go there so much, so even if you slow the site down, doesn't matter. I want you guys to go there, and hopefully you can order a product, order something. Like some of you who support, Christmas, I don't, but many of you do. Buy some products. Give some good products to your family and your friends. You say you got things for brothers on there, so I'm going to check that out, because I'm always looking for new and great products for brothers to use. And those of you who are making products, submit an application. Like you said, just get on there. I say the site looks great, and just support. So, Ariane, thank you for joining us on the show today. I greatly appreciate it, giving us the information, discussing what happens in business, because that is a relevant conversation.
Thank you so much for having me.